guys, how are you? This is Loise. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well and safe wherever you are. It's snowing in Calgary already. Anyway, I hope it's nice and bright and brilliant wherever you are, because it's starting to look like Christmas here. Anyway, today I have good news. I want to talk about a class of immigration that we hardly talk about, but a lot of people have been showing interest in it. So I'm here to address the self-employed class. Yes, self-employed, like self-employed. Yes, okay. So we're going to see who is a self-employed person, how a self-employed person can actually immigrate to Canada, what is required, and what are the occupations that actually fall under that self-employed class. Okay, all right. So if this is your first time here, you are welcome. Thank you so much. I love the support that I have from you guys on YouTube. The subscribership is rising. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. I also see that a lot of you are sharing my videos. Thank you on Facebook, wherever, on Instagram. I appreciate, guys. Okay, all right. So if you don't know me, I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant, and I'm based here in Calgary, Alberta. And the information that I give on my channel, you should go through my channel. It's full of so many videos on Canadian immigration and Canadian life. I give a lot of free information there. Okay, the information that I give here is for your information purposes. So this is not legal advice. However, if you need legal advice, I do offer legal advice. If you have any personal question about immigration, I do offer that over consultation. So please send me an email and book a consultation. Okay, all right. So we are here to talk about self-employment. You know, there's a lot of misconception out there that the only way to immigrate to Canada is through the federal skilled worker classes that go through the or the express entry programs, or just come here to study. You know what? Oh well, did you know that you can actually immigrate as a self-employed person? Yes, you can. And this program, actually, as we are going to see, it's not super strict on a lot of things like language, education, and age. Yeah, so those are things that throw people out of the express entry. Okay, and you know that in the express entry, your self-employment work experience does not count, but that counts here. Okay, so let us see. So in this program, unlike the investor program, because there's also an investor program, so these are two different programs. Do not get confused. I'll be talking about the investor program soon. So unlike the investor program, this program does not require you to have a net worth. No, you do not need to show a certain net worth. In the investor program, some of the programs actually need you to have like $1 million for you to be able to invest in Canada. Okay, so no requirements. However, you must show that you can support yourself and your family when you come to Canada, and of course that you have money to start yourself up. Come on, if you're coming as a self-employed person, you must have some money to start up yourself in this country. Okay. The other main requirement that you should be able to demonstrate here is the intent and ability to create your own employment once you come to Canada through cultural activities or athletics. Okay? The other requirement is the intention and ability to make a significant contribution to the specific economic activities. Okay, and these economic activities, it means that you should be able to show how you're going to enrich the Canadian culture and sports. And the way the immigration officer is going to assess the significant benefit part is at their own discretion. So you must be able to show a lot of proof and write-ups and a lot of backup documentation to show that you're going to contribute significantly to this country. I know maybe I forgot to just give you a definition of who is a self-employed person, per the Canadian immigration description. So they say that a self-employed person is an immigrant who is going to be admitted to Canada because they have relevant experience in working for themselves, and this person must intend and be able to become self-employed in Canada in the arts and athletics industries. So those two are the ones that qualify for this. I know in the past they had the farming class under this. That one has been discontinued, so you can only now come as a self-employed through the arts or the athletics industries. Okay, so we have covered that. So how do you meet the eligibility criteria, or what is the eligibility criteria? They are going to assess your eligibility based on 4 factors. And the first factor, of course, is that you have the relevant work experience. The second one is that you're willing and you're able to be self-employed in Canada. The other one is that you must meet the program selection criteria. And the fourth and the last, you must meet the medicals, the security, and other factors, which actually that is finances. Okay, so let us see. Excuse me. For the relevant work experience, the relevant experience means that a self-employed person must have at least 2 years work experience. That is the basic minimum. 2 years work experience being self-employed in the athletics or cultural activities. Okay? All right. You're also going to, there's also something there with the relevant work experience. This work experience, these 2 years work experience must be in the last 5 years from the day you submit your application. And actually, it counts even until you get your decision. So if your decision is going to take 1 year, that 1 year is part of the 5-year period that counts for your work experience. Okay? So let us see. You must meet, of course, the selection criteria here means that you must meet the definition first of a self-employed person, and then you must attain 35 points in their grading system. And this grading system is a point system. And you're going to find that a good thing is we don't have minimums. You know, we don't have strict minimums for age, for education, like we have in the express entry. Okay, so you're going to find that as long as you meet the 2 years work experience, then your work experience can give you up to 30 points. This grading system is it's out of 100, and you need to meet 35 points out of 100 in that grading system. You're going to be graded according to experience, education, age, language abilities, and adaptability. Okay? Okay, so for work experience, 2 years at least, you're going to get a maximum of 30 points. And a maximum of 30 points is people who have up to 5 years work experience. Okay, so the higher your work experience, the higher your points. So maximum of 30, education maximum is 25 points, age maximum is 10 points, language abilities maximum is 24 points, and adaptability points, you get a maximum of 6. So that adds up to 100, and you just need 35. Doesn't mean that if you have 35, you're going to be picked. So I always tell you, in any immigration program, make sure that you're ranking way high up there. Okay? Rank up there. Do your best. As much as they say that they don't have a minimum for age or for language or for this, make sure that you have, actually to be able to get language points, you need at least a CLB 4 or 5. Okay, that is what you need to be able to gain any points, right? So let us see exactly what is required. Education, a minimum of high school. Yes, even with a high school, as long as you have the 2 years work experience and you meet all the other requirements, you can still get some points. Of course, people with masters and PhDs, they're the ones who earn that 25 points. For work experience, we say it again, for two years you get the minimum points, but if you have up to 5 years work experience, you will get 35 points. Age. I want to talk about age because I know a lot of people feel like, they are too old to immigrate, and a lot of other programs are quite restrictive when it comes to age. But you can actually get points from the age of 16 to 54. And the people who are going to get the maximum age points of 10, they are in the age bracket of 21 to 49. So guess what? If you're between 21 and 49, you meet 2 years work experience in the cultural activities or in the or in the athletics industry, and you can show that you're going to cause or to contribute a significant contribution to this country, then you may qualify for this program. And of course, you meet the 35 points, okay? You meet at least 35 points. We talked about English. I always tell people English or French, make sure that you're ranking way up there. If they say at least a minimum CLB 4, please go for CLB 6, CLB 7, CLB 8. Do your level best, okay? Because the higher your CLB, the higher your points. So if you have that CLB 8 and above, you're going to be getting a maximum of 24 points just on language alone, okay? Adaptability, they do consider if you have relatives or you have past connection to Canada. It's not mandatory, but if you have it, it's a good thing to have. But I also know people tell me, I don't have a relative in Canada. It's not a requirement to have a relative in Canada to immigrate. Yes, no, you don't need. It's a good thing to have, but you don't need. As long as you meet eligibility, you don't necessarily need to have studied in Canada or worked in Canada or have a sibling or a family member in Canada. Okay? All right, so before I end this, I just want to give you examples of occupations. So, in this self-employed persons, what does cultural activities mean? Because I know some people don't have clarity on what cultural activities mean. So we're going to give examples of what falls under these cultural activities. These are people who are authors or writers or people who are creative or in the performing arts, musicians, painters, sculptors, and other visual artists, technical support and other jobs in motion pictures, creative designers, and craftsmen. So usually these are people who call themselves freelancers. Even journalists fall under this class. Music teachers fall under this class. So if you feel that you are in the cultural activities, then you should have an evaluation to see whether actually you would qualify for this class. And of course, athletes, we know who athletes are. Okay, so I'm not gonna go deep into athletes. We know exactly what that is. So that is all about the things that I want to talk about this program. So self-employed people, this is your time to immigrate to Canada. If you want me to go through your occupation, you want me to walk you through this program on a one-on-one basis, please send me an email and book a consultation. Okay, soon I'll be talking about the investor program. We have various investor programs in this country, so I will make time to talk about that. Until then, take care, my friends. Bye.